And thus begins a brand new year with a brand new sketchbook. This is January 2018 for 365 daily sketches once again. Starting out the year, this is my friend Chelsea and her husband, Shannon, started up here with preliminary sketch. This was actually their New Year's Eve photo. I did them for the last day of December and figured I'd carry it over into January because she's going to become one of my focus to measure my skills for this year. So then we have this self-portrait of me with my ego as I was getting ready to watch Stranger Things Season 2 back in October. Had some lines help me figure out if I need to go back to that sketch. For the third day, rocking this Snot Girl composition. You get up here with just a small gesture pose with the hands coming in. I wanted to take some time and do some more hands, but time got away from me, and I just called it good with that. Moving on to this little rat rod truck. I really dig how that came together. It's got these stacks along the side. I don't know if those are mufflers or turbos, but look pretty groovy. Along the side, you should be seeing some sketches of the random days put together from this month, showing off just a little bit more as I build up these sketch videos. You have this hand that's kind of got this symbiote dipped into it, the bottom quarter of it anyway. These are all highlights of that dark black symbiote type deal. We got this pinup. I really like how her face turned out. The pose looks really well. It was right about then that I started noticing my sketching was becoming increasingly quicker. I was doing a lot more in a shorter amount of time. Right here, you have Jessica Negri. Did her during December. Another one of her dragon cosplays. I really like how the face turned out. Then you have this Camaro that was found in this barn, all dusty and whatnot. I really like the look of it. Wish I would have put a little more detail into it, but it was hard getting those angles. What was this? The 9th of January, started doing a few cyborg sketches. You have these giant, almost mech creatures piloted by these little girls. It was kind of a cool design. Doing these mechs, piloted, but they're giant skeletons almost. You'll see in the next few of them. Another one, their arms are bound, but they have a couple free that are able to see. This one had eyes that it was controlling to see various things. Then you have this hunchback, multi-armed mech design with this lady piloting it as well. Was trying to do a little bit more with the pilot, trying to figure out how to do that. And then this will actually be a sketch up for this month, but you have this one, and you see the breakaway samurai sword down at the bottom. Let me see if I can see the breakaway samurai sword at the bottom. I just thought that was a really cool design. Going to pull the blade from the scabbard. Then you have the new Lamborghini. Seems like quite a simple design, but was actually a little bit more difficult than I would allow you to believe. Still only took me 10 minutes, but it's getting the angles. It's trying to make it look like it fits. This one kind of got away from me. It's the Death Proof Camaro with that skull and lightning bolts crossing on the side. I actually did more detail in the little one than I did in the bigger one. Really like how it turned out, but like there's little things that I could change to make it turn out a little bit better. So moving on to the 15th, you have this mermaid sketch. I really like how this was designed. You have the three mermaids here, but like this was supposed to be a pile of bones. Just never got around to it because I felt like I was taking too much time. But it's really cool to see them like looking up at this guy, just bending down for this kiss. But like they're gonna add his bones to the pile that they already have started this little underground cliff with. Just a basic little simple thing. I wanted to make sure the sketchbook was full of everything. I mean, you've seen cars, you've seen pinups, you've seen mechs even at this point, but I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting ahead of myself and made sure I wanted to do some simple designs as well. Even though it's simple, you have this little like clock bomb setups type thing with wires running out of it and whatnot, so kind of got a little muddied, but it works out for me. Another pinup for the month. I think there's a couple pinups back to back. Let's see. Yep, another one. I really like how this black or the blue pencil lead turned out of like a close up on her face with the shadows. I think that just turned out worthwhile in the end. I'm trying to jump ahead. You have this drag racing van, VW bug van, I think. I just couldn't make this work. The proportions of it are just all over the place. Like, somewhere between this one and this one is the right design, but I don't know. I just could not for the life of me get that design to work out. You have this diner scene of Joaquin Phoenix, I believe it is, with this this waitress, and she's kissing the inner part of her leg with it braced up. I really like the gesture pose, but I kind of got muddied again with that design down there. Another friend, I drew her for December, I believe. Back in September, I know for sure I drew her. I'm not sure if I drew her in December, but one of my cosplay friends. Another one of these car and trailers. You have this old Cadillac design. Yeah, I just couldn't get this one to straighten out because like the horizon line and the proportion lines, like it just kept getting fish-eyed on me and I just couldn't make it work out. So, one of my favorite designs of January, you'll notice that I did another creature box design for this month. I'm trying to keep in line with what I did last year so I can kind of use those as barometers too. I'm pretty sure that'll be the picture for the thumbnail. Rocking some more Kong when he grabs the squid octopus thing from the river and he's chomping on it as he walks away. Really like the design. Kind of got muddied working with one color, so I went back with a little blue, tried helping it out. You have this truck with this gold ring design. I liked it. I wish I would have worked out a lot better, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work. You have this hand shaking, this metal cyborg hand, mechanical hand. I like how it turned out. I wish I'll probably go back and do a little bit more work on it. You have this GTO race car, a couple guys on the sides. I really like the detail, the blue highlighting where the people are for the most part. And the cockpit of that race car, actually, really like the blue highlights that I got in there. On to the 29th, you have this, I don't know if it's like a trencher, like a gold miner type thing. But really dig that design. Probably use that in the future. So, don't know what for, but I'm glad it rests in my sketchbook. You have this Jean Grey Dark Phoenix. I think her head just needs to be squished just a little bit more. I like her nose and her lips, but I think the rest of it kind of got away. And then you have this final pinup. I really like the gesture design, but it kind of, her legs need to be a lot longer. They're just a little disproportionate. And then moving on to February, we're going with blue. This is an Arthur Adams design of, the creature from Black Lagoon. Getting a little bit more detail, throwing it on the sketchbook, so I have frames of reference for these. So that's January sketchbook. Looking forward to February and what else comes out of 2018. So thanks for checking this out, and see you next month for these sketchbooks.